Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I'm Fresmal, and today we're
I can store
back
different arrangements of Arcana now.
with Hades 2. Ah, cool. So, what are we doing today? Okay, I've maxed that out now, so we can get no more longer. Can we get any other Arcana cards? Interesting.
No use.
We'll worry about that later. I should probably min-max those a little bit better and see what the best things are
We
for
bid
them.
you welcome to the vanguard of the underworld.
But yeah, I feel like we're going to do a bit of the pitch black stone stuff today, because
Let's see here.
we've got a few more unlocks, and we're just going to, see what we can do with them, to be honest, more than anything else as well. So, we'll do the first two, with the Trial of Flame, so we'll get that done, and then we'll, mess around with some of the others as well, depending on how much time we have.
Already come this far?
The goddess of the hearth and the potential of her flames.
Yeah. I said I'm going to be pretty busy at the moment. I got like stuff to do for like one job and then stuff to do for another job, which is my own fault, kind of. So, you know, I'm just trying to get like my stuff cleared up and done right. Just like hopefully just try and create some free time or anything else. Which never goes well for me when I want to like create some free time just to kind of do stuff. I always end up having like stuff just get in my way, right? No idea why that's the case, but it always seems to be.
I can't.
I think I try and like do too many things all at once, but then you know I kind of forget about it.
We heard the news that you found out Hades' niece. The most excellent news, I should say. Except the part that he is bound and Tartarus, that isn't excellent at all. We'll get you out of this, brother.
Thank you very much. What have we got here? Damage reduction. Or just increased life per water boon. I'll take that, why not?
Very well.
Getting free bonuses is always good, right?
Show me the way.
Free bonuses are always good, right? So yeah, I've got like some stuff for like the setup, shall we say, of my things. I've basically purchased a new mic, which I'm hoping will come up at some point anyway. Mainly because I think
Not now.
I got like so focused on the audio quality that I kind of feel like I need to, right? It's one of those things now that I'm not quite happy with it.
You got so far so quick tonight, hot stuff. But you're not going any farther till you're properly prepared. Got to bring plenty of heat where you're going.
Your foes with slip is stuck in the fire of Hestia. Yeah, engulfed in steam. Yeah, sure, why not?
Let's get them, Auntie.
Sure,
should have done it.
why not? I guess we'll take more of the bonuses as we're doing it here. We got the Steam build. So yeah, I was kind of just like thinking, you know what, I've got a lot to do and a lot to get on with, so as that has kind of like popped up, I was like, you know what, I need to kind of like do something. So I was like, you know, let's just record and let us record me kind of just doing some of the pitch black stone stuff. You know? Because I do enjoy doing them. The problem is always trying to find time, right? Because then it's like I always do the same thing when it comes to side quests, right? I either like spend way too much time on them, or I never do spend enough time on them, right? And trust me, when you don't spend enough time on them, it becomes very obvious. It's like, do I keep the resources from this? I assume I do. Right?
That one again.
So yeah, I've kind of been like thinking what I'm going to do with all my time. I've got this weekend booked up with some stuff from my normal job, which needs to be done. It won't take me very long to do it, I don't think, but
Can't right now.
I've just got to basically just do the task, get out the way, and get it done.
We showed
And then
them
after
to
that, then I've got like other stuff to do as well, which is just kind of like come around the corner. Chance stealing the reward. Other than the Harvest Rare resources. Becoming invincible before the Arched Ocean's Bounty. Yeah, just getting better. Like,
That's one down.
it makes no difference on this sort of stuff, right? There we go, the
Can you see
steam.
me in there?
The steam.
Lycaons.
So I'm kind of like trying to plan everything around everything, right? Is it my own fault? Although I've got back into playing a bit of Minecraft recently, because I was just like, you know what, I feel like I just want to just chill out and make something interesting. So I kind of like started doing that in my free time again, which was kind of nice. And now I've got the point where it's like I'm trying to build everything that I want to build, you know?
Just earlier, I felt the strangest urge to seek you out, dearie. Almost as though it wasn't even me deciding it. Messing with eldritch forces or some such. Well, if you want to gaze into the cold abyss, I'll keep you nice and warm.
Scorch deals damage faster. Whenever you scorch for the first time, deal more scorch damage. And then we can rarefy something as well. Hydraulic mine. I kind of want to keep that though. Guess I'll just rarefy this. Why not? And then we're taking the boss fight, I guess. Or the mini boss fight.
Queen Lamia returns.
I kind of enjoy the these kind of like mini attempts at like curated runs. You know, even if I can't spell them. So it's kind of nice to have like something different where you can kind of like get an idea. Although I don't know, I'm assuming that some of the other ones are going to be a lot more difficult, right? So I'm just trying to kind of like open up and like unlock a few and then play them and then kind of like just, you know, go from there really more than anything else. But yeah, I've kind of picked some other work up because of like the holidays and stuff, and it would be nice to have a bit more cash on me, and which is going to be one of those things, plus the expenditure, you know, of Black Friday, which, you know, gotta love these expenditures, right? For no apparent reason, I'm going to waste all my money on stuff that probably would be cheaper any other time of the year.
Crude sorcery at best.
Nah, I'm being cynical, right? No idea what that cat is doing. I have to figure out exactly what's going on with the cat.
Accept this message.
And don't want to get that. Scorch Reflective Bow, Stained deal damage. That special does fiery projectile. Just take the natural gas.
Adequate. This way
shop.
feels right.
Just take a random level up. And then continue on to either a shop or this. We'll just take this. I just deal out
Be
the shop.
safe, Lord Charon.
Good. 2 shots in a row, that's hilarious. Attacks deal more power. Scores effects to damage faster. I don't really care, I just got to take the infusion.
Fired up.
Let's see if we can defeat Cerberus with this.
You're not going to step aside, are you?
Shouldn't be too bad, right? So yeah, I'm kind of I'm in that phase where I want to relax, but like I've probably bitten off more than I can chew again, so. Between that, like I'm kind of playing a few different games at the moment, which I'm kind of finding interesting. But mainly it's more for like nostalgia purposes, right? So I'm kind of enjoying just like playing catch up with some of the games I used to play with. And I will admit, like, just like playing with some of the classic games I used to play with, it's kind of been interesting also. And like trying some new ones out. I mean, I think I put up a game of Watcher already on the channel, which is kind of nice. So I might put more of that up anyway, because, you know, if I'm playing it, so why not? As I say, I don't care who watches, I put the games up because I enjoy them. I am liking this though, you know, sort of like... These curated runs are a lot more interesting for me.
Red and many-fanged maws turn now appreciatively toward the princess of the dead.
I'm kind of curious though on like if there's any more other unlocks I've got currently available within the sort of
Experiment complete.
early part of this game on the early access. So
No. Return to Shadow now.
because it's nice to kind of like have all this stuff and
Then that possibility exists.
it's nice to have this just so you can kind of find out, play,
what I
and
had
unlock.
to do.
But sometimes I think when you got like this early access phase, you kind of take away from it somewhat.
Okay. So what do you even do when you're out? Collect more plants and stuff like that? You used to stay in all the time.
Dora, I was training in secrecy all that time. While I'm out each night, mostly I have to fight my way to Kronos, past a variety of things that don't like having me around.
Can't imagine why. And you just keep trying to do the same thing, huh? I would have given up so long ago. You should try it. Giving up.
No, thank you.
Ready for more?
Let me see.
Cool. Doing that.
How can you be so certain that there are no more weavings taking place? That rather than the fates setting the course of our lives, there's no pattern anymore. Only sheer mindless chance.
I never said I was certain. Only that I no longer sensed my sister's work. And it's a relatively well-honed sense. But I've also never been apart from my sisters like this. I feel unmoored.
As though you don't know where you're going. To me, everything feels the same as ever. Present circumstances notwithstanding. How much control do the fates truly have?
They are highly influential, I can tell you that. But can they force your every action, every thought? Of course not. You are conscious. It was your choice to speak with me just now.
But the fates knew we'd meet.
Precisely.
Return to us.
That is an interesting debate when it comes to like fate in itself, is it not? I've realised.
That indolent little amphibian whom you keep. Did my eyes deceive, or did I see him hopping rather energetically toward the egress?
You saw it true. I've compelled little Freenos to join me in my attempts out there. Surely you've taught me wards and charms enough to keep a familiar safe?
One can but hope. And may your familiar keep you safe in turn. And perhaps scrounge up some more roots and such for us.
Yes. Maybe he
Whatever I no longer
can.
need, I can recycle now.
Oh, I can recycle the rubbish.
On behalf of Eris.
Seems great to actually be able to recycle those. And also the Thelmacies, which is also nice. Buy all the interesting stuff. I still got to go.
Nemesis on break, I guess.
You have this.
You've known Headmistress quite a while, haven't you? Where did you meet? I always wanted to ask.
Well, all I can say is that I was alone. At the end of one life and the start of another. Lost. She appeared before me then in all her splendor, and she revealed to me a path I hadn't seen.
That all sounds very figurative. Were you already dead?
I was. She told me she could grant me a new life. She needed a tactician knowledgeable of the surface. I thought, who am I to turn a goddess down? I followed her. It's been a while now.
A good while, I'm sure.
Don't know about that. I said, then making deals never seems to always turn out the way you expect it
Tula,
to.
you made it.
So invite.
Shall we?
So sprint to that and she will attack. Interesting. So that's how she works, is she kind of like attacks things. Ah, and then I guess all these are going to be the familiars we can have. Cool. Nice to know all these things that I'm kind of picking up. And oh, he has disappeared.
Abyssal visions.
Do the pitch black stone again, and guess we'll do the trial of salt.
Into the abyss.
I am known for my salty behaviour and, you know,
Skipped me ahead.
childish demeanour when I get unlucky. So what have we got here then? We got a sprint on the waves, which is kind of nice for pushback. Not bad, I guess. A lot of Poseidon-y stuff, I assume. That's kind of good that it doesn't actually take it away unless I've got that a hit on there, which is kind of nice. So I counter get more damage. Yeah, waves, sprint, and so bubbles, so we can get our mana back. Cool.
What are you doing in those brackish depths, Flower? Even Poseidon has turned his back on what lurks in that corner of the sea. Does such a path truly lead deeper into hell?
Actually, that's kind of fine.
Life or death.
Not be able to take any more than like 20 damage. More frostiness, or do we just go Poseidon? We get water or freeze the water. Interesting. But yeah, I mean, I've kind of been sorting a lot of stuff out, which is one of those things. I've got plans for like next weekend as well, which is going to be nice. Just going to spend that with family. And yeah, I don't know.
Spouts are up.
I'm kind of got to get everything kind of like set up at the moment, which is kind of like taking its time, right? Just extra max life here, it's pretty good. Again, let's go frost. Like, does it all really matter and such, you know? On sort of like getting like all the things sorted. Like I'm kind of like just babbling for no reason at the moment anyway. You know, reaching that point where my brain is kind of like slowly fried, and that's kind of my own fault, right?
As you wish.
Just verify that, why not?
Water.
I don't really have any gold, so there's no point spending it on that in the shop, right?
This is the Titan's fault.
So I've kind of been just trying to plan my weekends better, right?
I don't know what you did exactly, niece, but you have summoned me, and I am here, in spirit anyway, and with such boons as ought to practically ensure your victory.
Take the special knocks away foes, right?
They'll drown.
So yeah, I've kind of been focusing on like many different things at the moment because, you know, I got to try and make sure that I've got just the things I want sorted for Christmas and everything else as well. Family events, which that's going to get sorted. And then also, I can get... Oh, they do keep moving, do they now? Is that the thing? And then really, like, what else I gotta do? I'm trying to think now, but my brain is literally fried. Like, I basically finished work for the week, come home, and then I've got, like, all sorts of other stuff at home to deal with, which I've dealt with now, and then I've got, like, I had the other work that I kind of finished off also, which I got that prepped ready for tomorrow, which should be fine, right? And then with that being prepped for tomorrow, then I've got my normal job work for tomorrow morning, and yeah, I might be being an idiot, but like taking on as much as I possibly can do, but part of me is just like, I kind of need to, well, at least I want to do it, right? Whether intentional or not, I kind of feel like, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, what else will I do instead, right? It's the notion that always gets me in more trouble than I'm worth, right? The, why not? Attitude. No idea why I'm like it, I just am. Your dash strike deals 3 damage. Fires 3 specials at foe once. Yeah, Trick Knives, why not?
For Lim and Doros.
I just take a level up rather than going to any one of those, that's easier. Ah, it's my actual attack that does it, okay. That makes it more interesting though. It's pretty good because that's a lot of damage as well, like. You know, I'm just kind of that idiot that does that stuff anyway, right? Special effects. Yeah, well.
Worth it to unseal another path.
I always try and keep my yawning myself as busy as possible, and then regret it later.
Poseidon here has been regaling me about the time his seas drank half the land. Ah, such a flood that was. Perhaps our strengths can be combined again.
Nice, good to go.
There's no perhaps about it, Demeter. We'll weather this storm yet. I just as soon whip up another great big flood for old time's sake. It's just too many mortals these days.
Must be rare and better. Interesting. I mean, it's kind of like stuff I have to take anyway, because, you know...
Good evening, boatman.
it completes the strategic bonuses that we have. Let's game face my favorite boss.
So tell me, lady, how is it that you seem to know our tricks? Other than the part where we keep playing the same act. Usually it slays.
The great tactician Odysseus says hello. Told me all about you. You claim you never let anybody get away. Though I understand, all but 6 of his hapless men got well away from you.
Odysseus? Oh, he's still on the hook. Big fish like that just takes a while to reel in, as he might say. Our song must still be bouncing around in his pretty little head. And now for yours. How's everybody doing tonight?
What I love so much is, like, the song is actually really catchy for this, right? So it kind of just matches the whole theme. Which is kind of just funny to me. You know, it kind of perpetuates the stereotype of sirens. But then again, that's kind of what I expect from Supergiant, right? It's always the subtleties that make the difference, and I think in this day and age, with like the way the games are and stuff, it's all the more important, right? You know, so that kind of makes it more important when they do these kind of small things all the time, right? It's like, I've realized that, like, even just, like, playing this in its kind of early phase, it's just, like, how important, like, all the small details have made the game for me. Right? Like I said before, just, like, the subtleties of the fact that the music instruments die down when you do, like, the muffledness when she goes in her shell. It's kind of also what makes this boss fight my favorite, right?
They just won't shut up.
Sure they will.
Return to Shadow now?
Ah, and they've also got the kind of like death puddle they have. Didn't notice that before.
Return to Shadow now.
This facet of reality is clearer to me now.
It's also making me aware of some of the combos that I wasn't aware of, like, before. And just showing kind of, like, how overpowered some of the builds could be.
I rise again.
So what's the deal with the horned guy anyway? Saw him and Nemesis chatting like they were an item or something. It was weird.
They're siblings, Dora. The Horned One is Lord Moros, emissary of the Three Fates, our distinguished guest and a valuable ally.
I mean, it's never stopped the Greek gods before, right?
Looks like we really put him up in style.
Princess.
I figured that you knew something of the Nocturnal Arms, Lord Moros. But your connection to Ignia might not have guessed. You once wielded the Umbral Flames yourself. I revealed an aspect of them that could only be your own.
Princess, I take it you're not saying this to humor me. So please believe in turn that I have never used the flames before. I know them only by their reputation. Can you be certain that this aspect is my own? I've many relatives.
Yes, I think it is. The Nocturnal Arms bond with their bearers in such a way that their connections to other bearers become almost like shared memories.
Although these glimpses can be both of bearers past and still to come, true? So it may be that I shall bear those flames in some other age in which the realm's in need. I trust the fates must have wanted me to know in advance.
Well, surprise.
Prepared for more?
Oh, I love that interaction, that's kind of funny.
It's fortunate your father's realm is vast indeed, that you may circumnavigate it at the edge of Oceanus. where our enemy is relatively weak.
If we cannot pass directly through Elysium, then we shall make what way we can. Though the fiends that lurk the border of the sea care not for my presence.
God-hating monsters with salt in their veins. The seas covering the world's surface just were not enough for them. Sunken chambers they occupy have not yet fallen to Kronos, at least.
I mean, it is something, isn't it? Because I was thinking about it before with like the difference in
Yeah, what?
you know, show don't tell and all that, you know.
Full grown.
And the kind of like the fact that like the storytelling is like really important,
Plenty of room
and
to
just
grow.
like how obvious it is
Grow
when
strong.
bad storytelling exists in games.
With your Olympus-dwelling relatives assisting you, I've half a mind to ask you to let them know I'm on your side, except not all of them love me.
What? But you're the great tactician, Odysseus. Even the gods were impressed with your machinations in your glory days.
Lady Athena and others favored me, it's true, but your Uncle Poseidon, well, I got on his bad side, I believe. Maybe he's let it go after all this time, but that's a risk I'm not prepared to take. So keep quiet about me, would you?
I hear you.
Like that there is what I mean, right? It's the whole kind of like show don't tell. No. Yeah. And it's like you can tell by how the voice actor speaks, the dialogue that he's used, like, everything kind of works to tell you a story of like, you know, something obviously happened between them, didn't really favor him. Now he doesn't really trust that the gods are going to forgive him for it. Like stuff like that is just so much more interesting in a way of actually like
Next
writing.
time you got something to say about me, you come say it to my face. No, you witches would much rather sneak around, though.
What are you even talking about? I think you're being accusatory and abrasive. There, I said that to your face.
Odysseus tried giving me one of his talks, telling me you didn't go complaining to him.
He was concerned with how we're getting on. You're not exactly being subtle, and he's quite perceptive in case you hadn't noticed.
Be quiet.
Just I don't know, like just listening to them talk, I think is so much more entertaining than
Keep practicing,
some
as though
of
you
the
still had lives that depended on it.
entire games I played recently, right? Just generally it is. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a bit of a quits there today, because I've got some other stuff I need to get on with as well. But again, yeah, if you did enjoy this video, and do leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.